we're going to break down a really common but often invisible problem that can seriously paralyze an entire logistics operation. It's called the portal jockey's dilemma.
It all starts right here. Let this one sentence sink in. The key word, it's not shipment, it's painful. This tells you right away we're not just talking about a process, we're talking about a problem.
So who's at the center of all this pain? It's a role you might not have heard of, but I promise you've definitely felt its impact. Let's meet the portal jockey.
So what exactly is a portal jockey? Well, basically, it's a person whose entire job is to manually copy and paste information, bouncing from one carrier's website to another all day long. It sounds like a modern tech job, but at its core, it's completely manual. This isn't about strategy, it's all about repetitive data entry.
So what does that actually look like day to day? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of this cycle of clicks.
Okay, here we go. Open a portal, log in, type in all the details, confirm, copy the tracking number, and then you do it again, and again, and again. Each one of these steps is super simple, right? But when you multiply this by hundreds of shipments, that simple task becomes a massive wall of manual work.
Now, this whole cycle is tedious, sure, but it's manageable when things are slow. But what happens when the pressure's on? Well, the process doesn't just get harder, it completely breaks. This is where tedious work transforms into pure chaos. And this gets right to the heart of the issue. The process itself is just flawed. On a quiet day, it's an annoyance. But on a busy day, that exact same process becomes the single point of failure for the entire operation. It just doesn't scale.
In the middle of all that chaos, you know what happens? Tiny errors. And those tiny errors have huge consequences. A slip of the finger on a zip code sends a package to the wrong state. A simple typo on weight, that means extra charges. And even worse, shipments get so backlogged, they're never even booked at all.
So what's the real, tangible business cost of this bottleneck? We're not just talking about a stressed-out team here. We're talking about total operational failure.
First up, the most immediate failure. The backlog gets so bad that the team just can't enter bookings in time. The carrier's truck arrives, but the shipment isn't ready. That's a lost opportunity right there.
And when pickups get missed, the problems just cascade. Now trucks are leaving your warehouse half empty. That means you're paying for resources, for space on that truck that you're not even using. That's money literally driving away from your business.
And here's the one that hurts the most: the impact on the customer. A promise was made, and now, because of a bottleneck in data entry, that promise is broken. And just like that, customer trust starts to disappear.
And this is a crucial point. This is not a people problem. The team isn't lazy or incompetent, they're dedicated. But they've been handed a process that sets them up to fail from the very start. They're simply drowning.
And this is what that looks like: a team that's constantly in firefighting mode. They're not proactively managing logistics, they're reactively dealing with crisis. Every single day is about managing the disaster from yesterday, with no time left to prevent the one that's coming tomorrow.
Which leaves us with this final thought. It's so easy to look at a frantic team and think, wow, they're so productive. But it's really worth asking, is it productive work, or is it just the sound of a good team drowning in a sea of unnecessary clicks?